Of Ducks that call it home have made this one of the most challenging places for any team to come calling. We've got a top 25 showdown in this one, both teams with an opportunity to get a statement victory. As we'll see, the number 13 team in the country, the BYU Cougars, taking on the number 1 team in the land, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. BYU ready to put a foot to it and get this game going. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Offense getting set for first down. From the gun, running back on the move. Can't get him to the ground. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. No matter what uniform the Ducks are rocking, they are dressed for success on the ground.
And that's who they are, right? They're dressed for success. They run the football, and then after that, what do? They run it some more, and they run it fast. Every Oregon team always been built on that tempo and ground game.
Making a play like that to open the drive can really get the momentum going. First down from the 43. To the air, it's Gabriel. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
This offense has a second down play. He's looking to throw. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down.
This pass rush is serious, man. When you watch them on film, they do a nice job in the back end, taking away all the throws downfield. He's trying to get to his check down, but that pressure, it gets to him, and the hit forced the incomplete.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up fourth down.
And that's a gut punch, especially if you're the offensive coordinator, because that was sort of a foreign look, the pre-snap motion, a timing play, trying to get the receiver the football quickly. You're expecting to outflank the defense, but give the defense a ton of credit. They made the bigger play, and now they've set you up in a fourth down.
Fires to the wideout. And that ball is picked off. Got some room to run. He's at the 20. And he's out of bounds at the 2. Almost a pick six, but they're set up on the doorstep. BYU lines up with a first and goal. They'll put the tight end in motion. A first down run in the red zone. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Yeah, what a great job by the defense. You got to understand, it's physical time, right? They want to run the football when they start getting inside the 5. Nice job getting penetration, getting the tackle for the Ducks.
Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Tell you what, that was a lightning fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
He decided not to hand it off on that RPO. Defense, great job taking the throwaway, now setting up for it.
They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. It's good. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Off to the races to the right. The 40. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Oregon. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby. You know they love their track at Oregon. And when the gun goes off and he hits open field, he is headed to the tape, and he was burning by the time he hit the end zone.
And they've had guys year after year with serious track speed. They'll get to the small runs, lull you to sleep, and then boom, they make those big plays because they got big-time playmakers with speed at running back.
And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
After trying the running game on first down, they come to the line on second down. Back to pass, it's Retzlaff. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. From the gun, wants to pass. And they can't make the play on third down. BYU right back to the line. On fourth down, looking to pass. Oh, he wants it all. And that pass is intercepted. He was trying to get that return going. Instead, he'll hand it to his offense at the 38.
Defensive backs have tough jobs. I mean, you think about whether you play nickel, whether you play dime, whatever it is, you put more DBs on the field. It's more speed. It's more guys that can cover, but they also got to cover that ground. But to cover the ground and make the pick, a lot of times you don't see that. Superb effort by that guy.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Quarterback checking the play. Back to throw, it's Gabriel. And with the completion out to the sideline, they'll pick up a couple.
A nice job of awareness on defense there on that third down. You know, you're expecting the offense to throw the football, but it's not just going to be receivers or tight ends you got to worry about. You got to keep your eye on where that running back is. They knew exactly where he would be, and they were able to make the tackle setting up for it.
Running back goes in motion. Touch pass on the run. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down? And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. DB's right up on the receivers. They'll throw it on first down. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
BYU 3.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. He's able to pick his way for just a bit, but he'll be stopped at the 18. Good job by the punt team. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They move the tight end all over. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. So he gets stuffed on 1st down, and now you have the offensive coordinator thinking a little bit.
Yeah, we're probably going to have to throw it now in this 2nd play. But what are we going to see defensively? Now that they know we're throwing, might they blitz us? Do I have to leave more guys in to block? There's a real cat and mouse game going on right now between these two coaching staffs.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. They'll go to the toss. Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19. It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. Now on 3rd and 10, if they can move the chains here, maybe they can get this drive started. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
Coming up, 4th down.
Well, they haven't been able to get it done on 4th down so far today. They've missed on their first 2 attempts. Is the 3rd time the charm? They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
That's a great job there by the defense here early in this game, getting a huge stop, and they've got an opportunity to make the opponent pay. Offense taking over now in great field possession. Let's see what they can do here from a play-calling standpoint to try to put some points on the board.
Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Looking to throw, it's Retzlaff. It's complete on the right side. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a 1st down.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
From the gun, looking for a man. Snags it.
It must be nice for this quarterback knowing he's got this type of athlete playing the tight end position. He can work the middle of the field for him. He's a guy who can stretch it vertically as well, but this is a guy the QB will look for early and often in this game.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll be stuffed. Got nothing. Line of scrimmage still at the 4.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on 3rd down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing especially at the quarterback position.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play up tight on you. So I know that. Now how do I counterpunch and attack this defense?
And he was dying to push his way in there, but he's knocked down at the 3. One snap coming before they head to the locker room. He's right on target. Will not get there. A fourth down stop. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback.
That's the end of the first half. With the score, Oregon 7, BYU 3.
The Ducks will kick it away to crank up the second half. From back of the end zone, he'll bring it out. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return.
BYU offense will take over first and 10.
BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Trying to get behind the defense. What a snag by the defense. Trying to take it back. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Ducks!
How about the middle?